All right, so I'm trying not to do a lot of like TV show reviews where it's like episode 1 through whatever, but the new Chucky show came out and I have been really excited for it cuz I love the Chucky franchise. So I thought I might as well talk about each episode and I've been trying not to do that. I started that with the Marvel stuff a while back, but then I realized that I had a lot going on personally and then it just took a lot to do, but doing one show I think is fine. I'm going to just do this for Chucky because I'm so excited for this show. Chucky is, of course, the newest continuation of the Chucky franchise that Don Mancini made, not connected to the remake. Even though I did dig the remake, I love the original franchise more. This one is, of course, after Curse of Chucky, and this I'm going to talk about this episode with spoilers. So I'll first say my quick thoughts. I thought that it was a really good episode. First episode was a banger. It really worked. I like the fact that you Don Mancini does this very very well with all of the Chucky movies. Like I think he does a great job of setting up stuff, and he does a great job in this first episode because again, like Curse of Chucky, this one starts out where Chucky's just randomly somewhere, but this time he's in Hackensack, New Jersey, in a location where he was born and raised, Charles Lee Ray, and that's really interesting. And I really like that setup, and all the new characters I think are good. I think Jake is a good sympathetic character. Also, he's a gay character too, which is something that I think is great showing that representation. I think he's a good main character. I think the actor does a good job. I think his name's Zachary Arthur. I think I saw something on Twitter that Don Mancini had with him in it. I think it's Zachary Arthur is his name, but young kid did a good job in this. All the acting from the main actors are good. I think that it's awesome to see Devon Sawa in this because I really dig Devon Sawa. Um, and I I won't say any more yet about Devon Sawa, but great. And it also has Lexa Doig in it, who is in Jason X, which is really cool. And the first episode builds very, very good to a good conclusion of the first episode. Like I was genuinely surprised, like where they led in the first episode, and I was kind of like, wow, this is kind of changing my expectations in a good way because I just didn't expect that. But like I said, really good starting point. Really liked the characters. Really liked Chucky, and that's all I'll say about it for spoiler free. And now we're gonna head into spoilers, so strap in. So it starts out with Hackensack, New Jersey. The character Jake finds a Chucky doll out at a garage sale. The woman thinks it's like her daughter that had it or something, and then of course he has a butcher knife that he takes, and Jake finds out that this good guy doll is worth like a lot of money, so he like takes it to school with him, and that's a cool thing that I didn't expect because I was wondering in the trailer, I was like, why would a kid like that's like 14 or 15 like take a doll to school? Like, but I like the fact that you see at home that he's got a collection of like most of like creations made of doll heads, which is creepy but cool. And that made total sense story wise, as opposed to why would he have this doll? Why would a 15-year-old buy this doll? But then him taking it to school had a good explanation too, because he was there to try to get people to buy it. And I really dug that. I thought that that was a great way to integrate it. And I just, like I said, I really love Don Mancini's writing in the Chucky movies, and this one is so far being just as good. And I really dig the fact that again, Jake is a likable character. Character hasn't come into his own yet, and also he has a dad that's a shitty dad, Devin Sawa with a goatee like me, Devin Sawa with a goatee, and I forgot his name, but his dad is really mean to him, and his dad is annoyed that he's gay too as well, and he drinks a lot because his wife has died. Jake's mom has died. I don't know if they said an explanation, but so far, but if there is an explanation, I'm assuming Chucky killed her. Probably is what they probably reveal later on. I'm assuming. Who knows? Or maybe she just died from something natural. But still, um, so Jake's got it hard, and he has a crush on a guy at school. But also, he's got these bullies. He's got a girl named Lexi who bullies him. He's got a cousin who is like that as well, and his cousin is there's another Devon Sawa, and Devon Sawa without a mustache, without any facial hair, is his uncle, Jake's uncle. So you see two different Devon Sawas, where the one that Jake's dad is drunk and has lost his wife and is having trouble with money. And then at the end of the show, the end of the episode, you see that non-bearded Devon Sawa has a lot of money, has a mansion, and Jake gets taken there at the end. So I like that. I like the fact that Jake takes Chucky to school, and Chucky dismembers a frog, and it's really quick and brief, and I like that. I like how it's like you don't see it, but you know it's him. Everybody in the audience knows it's him. And also, there was a fucking scene at the beginning of this show where I was like, I love cats, I love dogs, don't kill the cat. And if you watch the Child's Play remake or reboot, he did that in there too. So I was like, did they copy that, or did they both have the ideas like at the same time about killing the cat, like earlier in the show and the movie? But I hate when cats die because I love cats. So it was sad, and I was like, there's a cat, he is going to die. Fuck, don't do it. Don't do it. And of course he did. You didn't see it, which I was thankful for. It's less graphic than the remake where you just see the cat dead on the ground. And I was like, that hurt me because like I love cats. But yeah, the cat's gone, and then Jake takes Chucky to school, and then realizes from a phone call by Andy Barkley that Chucky is alive, and Jake throws Chucky away, and then Chucky comes back, and he on stage with Jake talks like a puppet. So Chucky curses everybody out. He starts starting gossip with all the characters. Chucky does. Where like he says like things about Lexi, things about his cousin's mom, Lexa Doig, and that she has a secret as well, because Chucky heard earlier that like she was talking to somebody on the phone. Maybe it was another guy or something. But I really liked that scene of Chucky just being a ventriloquist, and he just says like, "Fuck you guys, I'm out of here." Like, it was really funny, and I like that. I like the fact that Chucky, the Child's Play movies are slashers, and this is definitely going to be a slasher as it goes on, but only a cat dies in this episode, and a frog that was already killed was dismembered, and then bearded Devon Sawa, Jake's dad, dies, and I thought that was insane because Chucky takes the power out, and then bearded Devon Sawa goes down, and Chucky has drank all of the vodka and pukes it up on the ground on an electric cable that electrocutes bearded Devon Sawa, and Devon Sawa gets killed. So then his uncle, other Devon Sawa with no facial hair, takes him. And it's bad I keep saying that. I don't remember the name of each of them, but I will as the show goes on. But this is only the first episode. But it ended on a good note that like Jake like has lost his dad now, so he's going to live with his uncle and takes Chucky with him. And now at the end of the episode, Jake had known Chucky's alive, but now Chucky does pop up and tells him like, we're gonna do stuff together. And I like that. I like that Chucky always has this demeanor where he's like, I'm gonna take an innocent kid and like turn him bad. And I like that. And I know Jake's not going to be a bad person, but he's gonna get blamed for all the horrible things that Chucky does. So I think that is good storytelling, and it's stuff that we've seen in the other Chucky movies, like with Andy in the first one, where like Chucky did all this stuff, but then it makes it look like Andy did it, kind of thing. But it did a great job. I think this first episode was really, really good, and I genuinely was surprised at how, well, not really surprised, because like I said, I love Curse of Chucky. I really like Cult of Chucky. Don Mancini can direct really good. He does a great job with story and characters while being a slasher and making it interesting. And he's just one of those people that can make stories in a horror movie. And I know I'm not trying to diss horror movies, and I love horror movies, but like there are some horror movies that it's like they don't have much character development. And his movies do. This show does so far, and this show is going to be the most developed out of all the Chucky stuff. I'm already knowing that for a fact with the first episode and how great it was. So I dig it. so glad that it's finally out and I've got to see the first episode. You get a voice sound, you get a phone call from Andy, so you don't see Andy, but I liked hearing Andy back. You don't see Nika or Tiffany yet because at the end of Cult of Chucky, you know that Chucky took over Nika's body, so now Nika is Chucky. So I'm assuming that this is just one of those multiple Chuckies from Cult of Chucky that was left behind. I think is what they're doing. I think that this is just one of those extra Chucky dolls, but also he's inside Fiona Dorff, Nika's character. So I wonder how that's going to play out. But I remember in Cult of Chucky, he had multiple Chuckies and they could have multiple souls, I guess. So I guess that makes sense, but I wonder how that's going to play out in the long run. But again, you saw Andy, but you didn't see any Nika or Tiffany or Kyle. I know Kyle will return, which is great. I can't wait to see her again. I'm already excited with Jennifer Tilly and just showing off her stuff on Twitter, like about the show. So I'm excited for that, to see her in it. Like I said, she wasn't in this episode, but that's totally fine. Spare her and give her all the time when you need her. You don't have to have like these characters immediately pop up. Like I like how he does this. Don Mancini does this with the characters, where these are all new characters basically, with a couple exceptions. All the other characters from the franchise are returning, but they're not the main players. And this does a good job of that in the first episode. So I'm really digging it. I can't wait for next week. Seriously, like this was awesome. I can't believe we got a Scream trailer this week. We got the first episode of Chucky, and then we're getting Halloween Kills. That is insane. All three of these have some kind of big thing in 1 week. That's awesome. So I'm excited. I'll see you guys in the next episode next week. So see you later.